Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Pete.
And I'm Kyle, and we talk about all things bloody.
And this is going to be the Bloody Flicks' Top 10 Tales from the Crypt episodes. Alrighty. Take us away.
All right.
Number 10.
Number 10 is The Switch from Season 2.
Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
And this episode is actually directed by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's about an old man that's in love with this young woman, and he's got a lot of money, and he wants to be young again, so he finds this doctor that'll switch his body with a young hunk. And in Tales from the Crypt fashion, something goes horribly wrong, and the old man goes broke, and the guy that he switches bodies with has all of his money now and ends up with that girl that he did all this for.
Actually, was a good episode. I didn't remember that. Alright, number 9.
Alright, number 9 is The Reluctant Vampire from Season 3. And this actually has Malcolm McDowell, Dr. Loomis in Rob Zombie's Halloween, and Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, and George Wendt from Cheers.
Cheers characters.
Yeah. And this is...
Depends how many movies they're actually in.
Yeah. And this is about a vampire who works at a blood bank as a security guard. And Michael Berryman is supposed to be a Van Helsing type character and is out on the hunt for the vampire. You ever seen that one?
Some of these I vaguely remember. I couldn't really watch them all. That's why he's doing it. So I'm not going to lie, because it's more of his list than mine. Because I didn't have time to watch them all again. But some I do remember, and some I do really like. The fact that you remember Van Helsing, that's a terrible movie.
Okay.
Was it the Van Helsing, or was The Day After Tomorrow? I chose to go see Van Helsing, and it was terrible. I wish I would have saw The Day After Tomorrow. Flashbacks from years ago, and it haunts me to this day. And the fact that Bolomir's brother was in that movie, I really want to see it, and it was terrible. Sorry if you like that movie. Back to Tales from the Crypt Top 10. Number 8.
And number 8 is People Who Live in Brass Hearses, and this is from Season 5. And this actually stars Bill Paxton and Brad Dourif.
Can't go on Bill Paxton.
No, you
He's
can't.
Awesome.
And this is about two brothers who want to rob the local ice cream man because they see that he has a lot of money in his money box. And Brad Dourif and Bill Paxton, they're wanting to get out of town, so they decide to steal the money. And come to find out, the local ice cream man has a Siamese twin attached to him.
Yes, I remember that episode, and the fact that you're... Okay, now think of it, you're older now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would an ice cream man have a lot of money? I don't think he's just selling ice cream. Just saying.
Yeah.
Looking at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
I never thought about that till just now, like, oh yeah. But wasn't it like on the Siamese on his stomach or something?
No, it was on his side.
On the side, yeah.
Yeah, because when they shoot the ice cream man, thinking that in the head.
And the side, he's still alive.
Yeah, and the other brother's like, "You just killed my brother," like. And yeah, it was.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right, number 7 on our list.
Number 7 is Forever Ambergris, and this has Steve Buscemi and Roger Daughtry, the singer from the band The Who. And this is about an old wartime photographer, played by Roger Daughtry, and he's kind of washed up, and Steve Buscemi's the new top photographer, and Steve Buscemi's got this hot girlfriend, and Roger Daughtry wants the girlfriend, and come to find out, Steve Buscemi has this like flesh-eating disease, and he like melts and stuff, and which that's probably about the best part of the episode is him melting. And
well, Steve Buscemi's awesome. I like him about anything he does, especially when he gets serious stuff he does too. So yeah, it was okay episode. I remember vaguely about it, but we'll see if we get to mine.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6 is Split Second, and that's from Season 3. And this is a story about a logging company who the boss is kind of a dick to his workers, and the boss has this new hot wife, and all the loggers are hitting on her. And the boss is kind of jealous. Well, when this new guy comes, to work at the logging company. The wife has an affair with this guy, and the husband finds out and beats the guy half to death and makes him blind. And with that, the other loggers decide they want payback on the boss and the wife, so they put them both in tree trunks and cut them in half with their chainsaws.
I never met a woman that would pick a guy just because he drops a better log. I'm just saying, it's pretty gross.
Well, if you've seen the boss, you can understand why.
He dropped a better log. He's pretty sexy. All right, number 5.
Number 5 is Carrying Death from season 3, and this has Kyle MacLachlan from Twin Peaks in it. And he's an escaped convict on his way to Mexico, and a police officer is chasing him, and the police officer gets the handcuffs on Kyle MacLachlan, and Kyle MacLachlan shoots the cop, and he dies just before he swallows the key. So the whole time he's dragging this dead cop's body with him halfway across to Mexico, and he finally, at the end, gets the handcuffs off, but before he falls off the edge of the cliff, and this vulture comes down and starts eating him. It's kind of gory at the end, but
as a kid, it's just
oh yeah,
yeah. Not just Smokey the Bandit movie did that. Buford T. Justice handcuffs himself to
Smokey
to the bandit. That's a drag him across state line. Crammed in the back seat of his Trans Am. All right, number 4 on our list.
Number 4 is The Thing from the Grave, and that's from season 2. And this actually has Terry Hatcher from Lois and Clark, and it has Miguel Ferrer from RoboCop in it. And Terry Hatcher is a model, and Miguel Ferrer is basically like her agent. And he has a thing for her, like, she's mine, nobody else can have her. Well, the new photographer that's taking pictures of her, she kind of has a thing for. And so, they have their little fling, and Miguel Ferrer finds out and kills the photographer and buries him. Well, the photographer doesn't want to stay dead, so he comes back from the grave to get revenge on Miguel Ferrer. So
why should we go back and redo that and put Camerahead in there from Hellraiser 3? Start more from movies together.
Ready for your close-up, Terry?
Ready for your close-up, Terry. Alright, number 3 on our list.
Number 3 is Lower Birth from season 2. And this is actually tells the story of the birth of the Crypt Keeper himself. And the Crypt Keeper's mom is a mummy, and his dad is a two-faced man.
I never understood how they got him out of that.
And at the end, the Crypt Keeper's crying and he says the mummy was my mommy, so. Oh, and it was also directed by Kevin Yeager, the man that created the Crypt Keeper puppet and the Chucky doll.
Some of the stuff the Crypt Keeper, when he says stuff, it's so stupid, funny, like dad jokes. But I think that's what made him so great. I don't know. All right, number 2 on our list.
Number 2 is in All Through the House from season 1. And this is about an axe-murdering maniac dressed as Santa. And he's going to go after this woman that just killed her husband. And she's going to blame it on the maniac. And the killer Santa finally gets it to the woman and makes her pay. So
that was actually a really good episode.
And that stars Larry Drake.
Maniac on the floor. Oh, not that wrong movie. Okay. All right, number 1 on our list.
And number 1 is The Secret, and that's from season 2.
Shh. Can't tell them it's a secret.
And this also has Larry Drake too, from the previous number. This is about an orphan who is adopted by rich parents who hide a dark secret, and the secret is they're vampires, and the little boy's a werewolf. This is by far my favorite Tales from the Crypt episode. I don't know. It's just something that's always stuck with me ever since I've seen it. I think it's just the whole premise of the parents being vampires, and then they're going to try to eat the little boy, and then he's like, well, I have a secret of myself, and I'm a werewolf, and then he just...
I remember that. There was a good episode. I
What's
remember that
the
one
one-
where the guy gets put in a car, keeps putting get buried alive in a coffin. It keeps coming out surviving, and he only has so many lives.
Oh, that's in the first season. That's, I know what episode you're talking about.
That is actually my favorite episode. I can't think of the name. Like I said, I didn't do my homework. I didn't have time to do my homework. I was bad Pete. So this is actually
I think it's
Kyle's
called...
top 10.
I think that's called That Darn Cat, is the name of the episode.
Yeah, because he got lives from a cat.
Yeah.
And then he ends up at the. He thinks he missed a life. So when the guy gets buried in the casket, it's actually his last life, and he actually dies this time. I don't know why. As a kid, I actually liked that one the best out of all of them. And the ice cream one, just the creepy thing outside. I mean, you're watching it then versus now. I mean, talking how many years? So big difference. But that is Bloody Flicks' Kyle's top 10 Toaster Cook episodes, since I was bad and didn't do my homework. But anyway, until next time.
Stay bloody.